The day has finally arrived. That was Chriselda Lewis last night and Chriselda Lewis this morning out in Mbare in Harare. And she is there to speak to some of the very first voters who are waiting to cast their ballot this morning. And we're going to cross over to Chriselda now from where she is. Chriselda, good morning. And it looks like a beautiful day in Harare. Talk to us about the developments overnight.
Well, absolutely looks to be a very beautiful morning indeed, live from Mbare in Harare on a day that officially now has come for the more than 5.6 million voters around the country who are expected to cast their votes. More than 10,900 polling stations around the country that are expected to open at 9 o'clock this morning. Slightly over 6 million of the ballot papers printed, and many are saying that this is indeed a historic day. Of course, the first election post the administration of former President Robert Mugabe. Well, as you can see already, Sakina, some people already started arriving as early as 4 o'clock this morning. They say they want to be the first to cast their votes before they head to some of their places of employment. And indeed, Sakina, there's been many developments overnight, as you pointed out in your intro, following that press conference by the former President Robert Mugabe, where essentially he had endorsed MDC Alliance leader Emmerson Chamisa as the preferred candidate to ascend to the top job in this country. We saw then straight after that Emmerson Chamisa holding a press conference and basically giving the media an update of some of the dissatisfactions that they have in the run-up to today's election. And straight after that, hearing from Zimbabwe's Electoral Commission, where they indicated that they reported Mr. Chamisa to the police, saying that they believed that the press conference that he called was a campaigning way after the deadline had been reached. And then much later on in the evening at about midnight, we saw a press release from the MDC Alliance saying that they do not believe that they flouted any of the Electoral Act regulations, and they believe that this is a way to intimidate Mr. Emmerson Chamisa. We also then, many questions raised, Sakina, after that as well, when we saw President Emmerson Mnangagwa also in a televised address also say that if Zimbabweans are going out to vote after that endorsement by Robert Mugabe of Emmerson Chamisa, voting for Emmerson Chamisa would be indirectly bringing Robert Mugabe into the fray. So a lot of that developing overnight. We were expecting as well the opposition leader as well there, Chamisa, to vote at about 8:30 this morning. Let's chat now, Sakina, to some of the very first voters in this line here in Mbare. Sir, a very good morning to you. You woke up as early as 4 o'clock this morning in order to be in this line. Are you excited about today?
Right. Good morning, madam. I'm excited about this occasion. So I come early as 4 o'clock to cast my vote, to choose my own leader wholeheartedly. After election, I want to thank to those who win that election so that they improve our own area, our own country, job creation, and some of the things we can do, which they do to ours.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Let's come and chat to you here. Excuse me, just slightly. Sir, you also woke up very early this morning in order to cast your vote. Are you excited, and what do you want to see after this election?
We want to see a change. I think that's it.
That's it. All right, let's just try one more before we hand back to you, Sakina. Ma'am, a very good morning to you. If you could just come this way slightly. You're also here very early. I see you dressed quite warm, not to catch the cold. Are you excited about today?
I'm very, very excited.
Yeah. Why?
Because I want everything to be changed. Yeah.
What specifically, what is it that you as a citizen have been struggling with that you want to see change now?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
All right. Including?
Yeah, everything like bank charges.
Yes.
Everyone is sleeping at the bank, so everything is difficult.
All right. Thank you very much. Everyone is sleeping at the bank, of course, referring to the long queues that you would find very early here in Zimbabwe as people try to get their monies out of the banks, given the ailing economy here in this country. But Sakina, I can certainly tell you there is so much anticipation in this country for this election because these people behind me, including the millions around the country that will cast their votes this morning, say they want to see some sort of change in this country, irrespective, I guess, of the leader that will be chosen post the voting process today. Many Zimbabweans say the economy needs to be resuscitated, job creation needs to be one of the top priorities, and access to basic necessities is some of the major concerns of these people. Well, Sakina, will crisscross here in Harare to bring you as much as possible, but already a hive of activity and the lines already starting to grow.
Well, thank you so much, Chriselda Lewis there, and SABC News 404. From start to finish, we will be covering that election for you.